Okay, we are back for part two of the square-based open Toronto lists. I missed Eric's list. It's a Kingdom of Bretonia. He's got a Duke on a Hippogriff, Virtue of Heroism, Potion of Speed, Paymaster's Coin, Paladin. Obviously the Pegasus is extremely strong with its 360 line of sight, but the Hippogriff does have a counter charge. So it is a interesting, and you can get barding on it, which he's bought. So it is an interesting monstrous creature. He's got a paladin with the errantry banner, a virtue of discipline, and a great weapon on a horse, and a prophetess level 4 illusion and an arcane familiar. And then he has, I wonder if this is actually an errantry list. I think it is. Then he has a Knights Errant unit of 9 with the War Banner, 32 Men at Arms with a Yeoman, and they have pole arms. He hasn't gone for the Grail Monk. 5 Knights of the Realm, nothing special on them, no banner. 3 units of 10 Bowmen, 3 Pegasus Knights, just first knight, no banner on them. Trebuchet, and then 9 Grail Knights with full command. So yeah, I think that Eric's list will go in the fun category. Looks like a very cool Bretonian army. Then we have Jeffrey's Mountain Holds. He's running a royal clan, and not just any royal clan, but a Slayer hold. So he's got Ungrim Iron Fist as his general. He's got 2 Demon Slayers kitted out. Both have the Rune of the Dishonored, so you don't get the points for killing them. You get the points if they're still alive at the end. And yeah, they're both. One has Master Rune of Smiting. One has Master Rune of Swiftness. Yeah, those guys are pretty nuts. He's got 2 units of 19 Slayers, and then 3 more Doom Seekers in special, all sort of middle of the road kitted out. Rune of Endless Battle is the one where if you do a wound, they get to make an extra attack. So yeah, those guys are all scary. And then 1 Bugman's Cart, just to help everyone move a little faster. Super cool army, again, going in the fun category. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that army on the table. We have Jake's Royal Host Tomb King's army. He's got level 2 Mortuary Priest with 2 Hieratic Jars on Necromancy, a Royal Herald with the Rampaging Banner on a Skeleton Chariot with the Warding Splint. I don't know if the Warding Splint is High Priest only, but or if it's just you can take it. He's got a Tomb King on a Bone Dragon with the Armor of Ages and the Talisman of Protection and a Great Weapon. So yeah, kitted out for defense. Very good unit. Tomb Prince on Skeleton Chariot, Great Weapon, Royal Mantle. I think Royal Mantle extends his My Will Be Done in his command range, so he can be buffing weapon skills. In core, he has 2 single skeleton chariots, a skeleton infantry cohort with the Banner of the Desert Winds, with 10 archers, and then 15 Royal Host Warriors. And he's got 6 Tomb Guard chariots with the Obsidian Lodestone and the Razor Standard. So that unit's going to hit pretty hard. He's got a Chimeran War Sphinx in special, which is the one you don't see very often, that doesn't fly but has a Tomb Guard crew. And then 3 Necropolis Knights, who, are a good monstrous cavalry unit. Then we have Jamie's Kingdoms of Bretonia army. He's got the Green Knight. He's got a Duke on Royal Pegasus with Virtue of Heroism, Bedazzling Helm, and Syrian's Locket. Yep. He's got a Paladin, Battle Standard Bearer on a horse with the Grail Vow, Lance, and the Grommel Great Helm. No magic banner. And then a level 4 Prophetess on a horse on Battle Magic. And then in core, he's got 10 Knights of the Realm with a War Banner. He's got 6 Knights of the Realm with full command, and then 10 Peasant Bowmen. And then in special, he's got 3 Pegasus Knights with full command, and in rare, 8 Grail Knights. Again, no Falconhorn in this list, which is, a relief for many armies, particularly all the high elf players. He hasn't maxed out on Pegasus Knights. He has 2 very good characters in the Duke and the Green Knight, so it's maybe it could be filthier, but I don't know about putting it as a fun list. I think it's still going to be filthy, but it's the Grails are good. He's gone for minimum core, so yeah, it's a filthy list, but it's it could be filthier in my opinion. We have John's Lizardman army, Skinkamarink. He's got Scarvet on a Carnosaur, Biting Blade, Talisman of Protection, Scarvet on Carnosaur with Great Weapon and Glyph Necklace, which I think is a 5-up ward and some magic resistance. So 2 good Carnosaur characters. He's got a Skink Chief on Pterodon with a Ruby Ring, and then a Skink Chief on Stegodon with Giant Bow, so not the Engine of the Gods. Yeah, it's not an ancient Stegodon. Okay. And then in core, he's got a unit of 3 Jungle Swarms, his 10 Saurus Warriors, which he's required to take, and then 3 units of 12 Skinks, 2 a Scout, and 1 unit of 10 Skinks, then 1 Bastillodon, 5 Chameleon Skinks, and 1 Ancient Stegodon in rare. So yeah, 4 big monsters, 5 big monsters if you count the Bastillodon, bunch of Skinks running around. No magic. The Skink Chief is a good wizard hunter, but I don't know. For Lizardman, I think it's about as filthy as you can go. I think he's trying to do as well as he can with Lizardman. I think that's a pretty good list. So it gets a filthy, even though it's Lizardman and they're struggling. We have Jordan's Bretonians. We are Exiles. We have the Green Knight. We have a Baron with Noble Disdain, Ogre Blade, Gauntlet of the Dual, Charmed Shield, and then a Baron with Knightly Temper, Frontierax, Realm of Great Helm, Gauntlet of the Dual. So no heroism. I can't remember what Noble Disdain does. I think you can't join a unit. Maybe it might give you hatred. But yeah, 2 very killy Barons, a Paladin on a Warhorse with a Battle Standard Bearer, and the Falconhorn. And then in core, we have 5 Knights of the Realm, 6 Knights of the Realm, 10 Peasant Bowmen, and then 32 total Yeoman Guard with Thrusting Spears. So yeah, a nice infantry block in there. And then a unit of 3 Pegasus Knights with the Banner of the Zealous Knight, and 2 Bombards. So again, similar to the list we see, a couple of the lists we saw of the LGT, no magical casters, but 3 strong combat characters. So yeah, I think it gets a filthy rating. It's a good list. We have Joshua's Warriors of Chaos list. He's got an Exalted Champion with a Battle Standard Bearer, Mark of War Banner, Mark of Chaos Undivided, Enchanting Aura, a Sorcerer Lord on a Steed, Mark of Zinj, level 4 Battle Magic, Lord Familiar, 31 Chaos Marauders with Mark of Corn, and Great Weapons, and then 2 units of 5 Marauder Horsemen with javelins and flails, and then 6 chosen Chaos Knights, Merkers each, full plate. Didn't buy them drilled, so interesting. And then 2 units of 4 Dragon Ogres and 1 gigantic spawn of Chaos. So he's leaned more into the good Chaos units and not the Lord on Dragon. But I mean, the good units are good. Dragon, like the Dragon Ogres, the spawn. I don't know. That's tough. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's going to get a fun rating because I don't think he has drilled on the Chosen Knights. That's going to be the deciding factor. We have Keith's High Elf list. We have an Archmage on the Lion Chariot with Illusion, Opal Amulet, Talisman of Protection, Lore Familiar, Seed of Rebirth, so a very defensive Lion Chariot. And he's with Spectral Doppelganger, and he has a great weapon from being a Shurasian hunter. And then we have a Noble Battle Standard Bearer on a Sun Dragon with Blood of Kalador, Opal Amulet, and Seed of Rebirth. So again, he's only toughness 5 on the dragon, but yeah, he's still, it's still a big flying monster. And then the Handmaiden of the Everqueen with the horn, and she's the general, and she has the Reaver bow. Yep. And then in core we have 5 Silver Helms, and then 20 Sisters of Avalorn with the Ruby Ring and the Obsidian Lodestone. Okay, that's, yeah, and Stubborn. So that is an interesting big unit. If he deploys them in skirmish, he'll have to watch for them being tagged and Sisters just dying because they can't make it into the combat. But it's a big point sink. They're stubborn. They're immune to psychology. They put out some good shooting, especially if the horn on the Handmaiden goes off. He's got Illusion. Yeah. Okay. And then a unit of 5 Dragon Princes with the Rampaging Banner and 2 Opal Amulets. So he's got 2 ward saves, which is good for challenges. 5 Shadow Warriors. They've got Chariot Runners, so I think they're screening the Archmage, which is fun. And then 2 Lothran Skycutters, which are a great Swiss Triad Heavy Chariot. I think it's filthy. The Handmaiden and the 20 Sisters of Avalorn and core are very good. So, yeah, gets a filthy rating from Keith. Hopefully I didn't just delete the wrong one. Let me just double check. Did Josh? Yeah. Then we have Kevin's Chaos Dwarf Army. He's got a Black Orc War Boss on a Wyvern, Trollhide Trousers, Potion of Toughness, Talisman of Protection. He's got a Hobgoblin Khan on a Giant Wolf with the Ruby Ring, and a Sorcerer Prophet, level 4 Elementalism, Armor Meteor, Iron, Lore Familiar. He's just on foot. Okay. And then 5 Black Orcs with Stubborn. 13 Infernal Guard with Drilled, Great Weapons and Shields. Another 13 Infernal Guard with Great Weapons, Shield, and Drilled. And then 3 Hobgoblin Bolt Throwers and 2 Iron Demons. I'm pretty sure Kevin is one of the hosts of the Motley Crude episode, which is the Motley Crude podcast, and they did an episode on Chaos Dwarf Tactics, which I would highly recommend people check out. So yeah, this is a filthy list. It's got the 2 Iron Demons, super hard to take points off of, 2 Bricks of Infantry, a little Stubborn unit, and then some tough mobile characters. So yeah, cool to see some Chaos Dwarves, but it's a good list. We have Christian's Beastman army. He's got a Great Bray Shaman on a Chariot with a Hagtree Fetish, on Elementalism with a Power Scroll. You've got a Doom Bowl with the Armor Meteor, Iron, Talisman of Protection, and the Giant Blade, and Gouge Tusk. I don't know. I haven't played Beastman yet, so I don't know what these things do. We've got a War Gore with the Battle Standard Bearer and Slugskin. We have a Bray Shaman with level 2 wizard with Earthing Rod and Elementalism. We have 2 Minotaurs with Ambush. We have 5 Chaos Warhounds with Vanguard, another 5 Chaos Warhounds with Vanguard, 27 Gores with the Totem of Rust. We have 8 Gores with Amateur, and then we have 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogres, and a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth with the Blackened Plate. So he gets full plate armor, and then I think they have, well, the regular Dragon Ogres have Armored Hide. I'm not sure if the Shaggoth does. Where has all his points gone? I guess in the Dragon Ogres and the Shaggoth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about Beastmen. I'm gonna put it as a fun list, but I think it's got some scare. I mean, the Hag Tree Fetish is super strong, and Dragon Ogres are good, but I think it'll be a fun list. The marks, again, High Elves. He's got a Prince, Star Dragon, Ogre Blade, Charm Shield, Dragon Helm, Seed of Rebirth, and Pure of Heart. I think that's a really good loadout. I like it. He's got an Archmage, level 4 High Magic on foot with Warden of Saffrey, Lore Master's Cloak, Silvery Wand, and Seed of Rebirth. So he's got 5 of the High Magic spells. It's on foot, yeah. He's got a Noble on a Steed with the Battle Banner, so that's D3 Combat Resolution. Then we have 11 Silver Helms with the War Banner. I mean, that's some good static combat res, stacking the War Banner and the Battle Banner. I quite like that. 2 units of 5 Valyrian Reavers with Scout and Skirmishers. The one doesn't have Scout. 7 Dragon Princes with full command. And then 14 Sisters of Avalorn with the Ruby Ring of Ruin. That's a great unit. Yeah, it gets a filthy rating. It looks quite similar to what I'm running. A little bit different, but it's got, yeah, the good high elf units. Matthias? I don't know. Sure. He's got a Empire list, General of the Empire and Pegasus with the Dragon Sling Sword, Potion of Foolhardiness, Potion of Strength, and Potion of Speed. So he's got lots of potions to drink to then try and go in and Dragon Sling Sword someone. Master Mage, level 2, Wand of Jet and Demonology on foot, a Priest of Sigmar on foot, a Captain of the Empire on foot with the Giant Blade. In core, we've got 2 units of 5 archers with Scout, 10 handgunners with the Hockland Long Rifle, 15 veteran state troops with the Griffin Standard. It's funny that I can't pronounce people's first names, but I feel like my Hockland pronunciation is quite good. I have 6 Empire Knights with the Silver Horn. Lets you reroll Swift Stride, I think. 8 Free Company with throwing weapons. In special, we have 5 Pistoliers with Vanguard, 5 Outriders, Champion with a repeater handgun, 24 Empire Greatswords with Drilled, the Shroud of Iron, and the War Banner. That's amazing. I love Greatswords. 24 Flagellants, so as the joke from the Warhammer community video, he's definitely teched up to kill dragons. He's got the Dragon Sling Sword and Flagellants. He's gonna win for sure. So does that give it a filthy rating? I think because he's got the great swords, we'll give it a fun rating. But yeah, great to see a cool looking Empire list. We've got Phillips. What's it? Is it Goblins or is it Chaos? It's a converted goblin-looking army that is Chaos. He's got a Chaos Lord with the Mark of Nurgle on the dragon, with the Talisman of the Carrion Crow for regen save and poison attacks, a Brazen Collar for magic resistance, and a couple Favors of the Gods, and a Lance. We have Tim the Enchanter, who's a level 4 wizard on a Chaos Steed with a Lore Familiar, Spell Familiar, Demonology, Enchanting Aura. So, Guilty, yep, we're probably going to see some Chosen Knights. We've got 2 units of 5 Forsaken, 2 units of 5 Marauder Horsemen with Flails and Mark of Corn. We have how many Warhounds do we have? We have another 5 Chaos Warhounds, 5 more Chaos Warhounds, and 5 yet more Chaos Warhounds. And then 5 slightly smaller Hounds, but more Hounds. And then, oh my goodness. How many is actually gone for here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's maxed out his full 6 units of Chaos Warhounds. And I think Chaos Warhounds are great. So I think those are points well spent, in my opinion. Then he's got 7 Chosen Chaos Knights with Mark of Tzeentch, Drilled, a Brazen Collar, and the Banner of Rage. And then 3 single Dragon Ogres. It's a filthy list. I think that's a really good chaos list. It's got tons of small chaff units, and then 2 big hard hitters in the Chosen and the Dragon, and then a couple Dragon Ogres and the Marauder Horsemen, which actually hit really hard too, and the Forsaken as well. So it's fast and it hits hard. It's filthy. Raphael's Estelian Lustri Expedition, the Empire of Man. We have a general on foot with the Dragonbone Talisman of Protection. We have a Wizard Lord, level 4 with Demonology, an Engineer with the Hockland Long Rifle, another Engineer with a Repeater Handgun, 12 Handgunners, 10 Handgunners, 23 Veteran State Troops. No magic banner on them, but they have halberds. 5 Empire Knights with Drilled, 2 units of 3 Demigryph Knights with full plate, 2 Great Cannons, a Hellblaster Volley Gun, and a Steam Tank. I mean, 2 cannons, a Hellblaster, Steam Tank, and 2 units of 3 Demigryphs. I don't know. That's pretty darn good in terms of Empire, unless you want to go full gun line. So I think it gets a filthy rating for Empire. So still a fun list to play. Yeah, a filthy fun list. We have Ryan's Beastman list. He's got a Beast Lord with the Ogre Blade, Blackened Plate, Charm Shield, and Gnarled Hide. On foot, that's his general. We've got a Great Bray Shaman, level 4 Wizard, Hag Tree Fetish, Ruby Ring of Ruin, Power Skull, and Elementalism. A War Gore with a Battle Standard Bearer, Vitriolic Totem. I'm guessing that gives them poison. And then another Bray Shaman, level 2 on Elementalism. 24 Gores with War Banner, 20 Ungores with Short Bows and Full Command, 6 Gores with Ambusher and Additional Hand Weapon, another 5 Gores with Ambusher and Additional Hand Weapon, and then 1 Tuscarora Chariot, 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogres, a Shaggoth, and a gigantic Spawn of Chaos with Spawn of Corn. That is very similar to the other, a little bit different than the other Beastman lists, but the fact that they're similar makes me think that they're leaning into the best things Beastmen bring. So I think it gets a filthy rating, I guess, because there's something I don't know going on. So I'll have to look into this more. But yeah, I think we got a block of Poison Shooting, the Hag Tree Fetish Shaman, and then Dragon Ogres, and a couple big monsters. So yeah, gets a filthy rating. Looks good. We have Ryan Sullivan's Bretonian Exiles. He's got a Baron with a Royal Peg, Frontier Axe, Virtue of Knightly Temper, and Armor of Silvered Steel. That's a good Baron build. An Outcast Wizard with the Falcon Horn, level 3 on Elementalism, and the prayer icon of Quenelles, which is, I think, extends his dispel range by 3 inches. Might do more than that even. And then a Damsel, level 2 Biomagic Flame Strike Wand, which is a single-use fireball. In core, we have 6 Mounted Knights of the Realm, 6 Mounted Knights of the Realm, 6 Mounted Yeomen, 6 Mounted Yeomen, 12 Peasant Bowmen. I think the Mounted Yeoman and Core are, with Feigned Flight, are amazing value um, for Exiles. And then we have 5 Pegasus Knights with the Band of the Zealous Knight, 5 Squires with Scout and Fire and Flee, and then 2 Bombards and 10 Brigands with the Ruby Ring, Skirmishers, 10 Blunderbusses, and Ambushing. I did not know you could fit the Ruby Ring on a Desperado. That is amazing. Okay, anyway, this is similar to what I would like to do for Exiles. I think it's very good. I think it's playing a bit of a different angle for Bretonians, with the Bombards and the ambushing Brigands coming on, shooting you with an average of 20-ish blunderbuss shots, and the Yeomen are great at fleeing from charges. Yeah, I think it's gets a filthy rating. It looks like a really good list. And then we get to this tryhards list. Sean, that's me. We got an Archmage, level 4 Battle Magic with Seaguard and the Silvery Wand. We got a Noble Battle Standard Bearer on Griffin with Armor of Calidor and a Lance. She's got a 5-up board. And then we have a Prince on Star Dragon, fully kitted out for defense with the Dragon Helm, Seed of Rebirth, 2 Opal Amulets, a Talisman of Protection, a Shield, and a Great Weapon. Went back and forth a lot on what the best way to kit out this Prince was. I think I went with the Great Weapon because that's how he's modeled, but I think the Lance is a better option just to keep your armor save high. But we'll see how it goes. In core, I have 2 units of 5 archers, 9 silver helms with the war banner, and then 5 silver helms. And then in rare, I have 2 skycutters, 12 sisters with stubborn and the ruby ring, and then 6 sisters with nothing. I've split the sisters up because of the changes to skirmisher. But yeah, I mean, it's filthy. I'm trying as hard as I can, basically, with units that I like. Into Timur's Tomb King's list. He's got a Tomb King on Bone Dragon with the Talisman of Protection, Orb of Petra, and the Crown of Kings. I don't know what those things are. Cool. He's got a High Priest on foot with the Lore Familiar, level 4 with Elementalism, Luckstone, Warding Splint. And then he's got 2 units of 10 archers, 2 Tomb Swarms, 5 Horse Archers, 20 Tomb Guard with Drilled and Nakaran Phalanx, 3 Ushabti, 2 Tomb Scorpions with Amateur, 2 Carrion, a Casket of Souls, a Screaming Skull, and a Necrolith Colossus. So, just because he's, he hasn't taken the Armor of Ages, he didn't go double catapult. The Ushabti are, they're all good units, but it's a fun list. It could have definitely been tuned up to be filthier, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's going to be a strong list, but it gets a fun rating. Todd's Warriors of Chaos. We have a Demon Prince. It's flying. It's undivided. It's level 4 with Demonology. It's got the Dragon Slaying Sword, the Armor of Meteor Grind, Paymaster's Coin, and an extra arm, and an extra attack. That's a fun build. We have an Exalted Champion on a steed with Chaos Undivided, Ogre Blade, Favor of the Gods, and Enchanting Aura. So that's a good hitty secondary character. He's got the level 4 Wizard, Demon Prince. In core, he's got 5 Chaos Knights, undivided, another 5 Chaos Knights, undivided, 1 unit of 6 Warhounds, and then 1 unit of 10 Marauder Horsemen, undivided, with throwing axes and cavalry spears. And then in special, we have 8 Chosen Knights with undivided, full plate, Banner of Rage, and I don't think he's bought them drilled. And then in rare, we have the Warp Fire Dragon. So he skipped the dragon in his character slot and put it in his rare. It's a bit off of the most common Warriors of Chaos list, but he's still gone for, I think, very good units. So I think it still gets a filthy rating. But cool to see someone iterating on the list a bit. Then we have Travis's Bretonnian list. It is a Grand Army with the Duke on a Royal Pegasus, Virtue of Heroism, Bedazzling Helm, Syrian's Locket, a Paladin with Battle Standard, War Banner, Royal Pegasus, Virtue of Duty, and the Grommel Great Helm. I think that's the Stacking Combat Res one, so that's cool. I like that Paladin. And then a Paladin on... What do you have? He's on foot with the Falconhorn and the Virtue of Empathy, so he's going in with the Peasants. And then a Prophetess level 4 Battle Magic, Lore Familiar, and Ruby Ring. And then in core, we've got 32 Men-at-Arms with Pole Arms. Full command, including the Grail Monk with the Blessed Triptych for Stubborn. 6 Mounted Knights of the Realm. Another 6 Mounted Knights of the Realm. And 10 Peasant Bowmen. Then we have 2 units of 3 Pegasus Knights. One has the Banner of Shalon, so no stand and shoot, I believe. And then 6 Squires with Fire and Flee and Scout. Yeah, it's still filthy. It's a little different with the big yeoman unit, but it's still Bretonnians coming here to play. Then we have Victor's Bretonnian Exiles list. We have a Baron with Royal Pegasus, Exile's Vow, Virtue of Heroism, Grommel Great Helm, and Seal of Paravan. Which, yeah. We have an Outcast Wizard, level 3, with Battle Magic, Lore Familiar, and Ruby Ring. And a Paladin with the Falconhorn and the Battle Standard on foot, I believe. And then for Tuck, a Sergeant at Arms with a Halberd. In the core, we have 10 Mounted Knights of the Realm. We have 37 Yeoman Guard with Thrusting Spears, full command, War Banner, and the Blessed Triptych. So yeah, that's a big block. We have 3 Pegasus Knights with the Banner of the Zealous Knight, and then 3 more Pegasus Knights with just a champion. We have 2 Bombards, and then we have, how many is going on here? I think 10 Brigands with Scout, Skirmishers, and Blunderbusses, and then a unit of 6 Questing Knights with full command. So he's tried to make it fun by adding 6 Questing Knights. I don't know if there's any secret tech with them. But it's still pretty filthy. Yeah, I think it still gets a filthy rating, but there's a fun unit in there. Then we have William's Chaos Dwarf Army. We have a Sorcerer Prophet with a Lamassu, level 4, Dragon Slaying Sword, Enchanted Shield, Lore Familiar, and Elementalism. We have an Infernal Seneschal with Battle Standard, Ruby Ring, carrying the Lamassu's Beard. Yeah. Okay. Then we have 11 Infernal Guard with shields and the Overseer's Sigil as his banner. 12 Infernal Guard, again, just shields. 2 units of 10 Hobgoblin Cutthroats with short bows. 15 Hobgoblin Cutthroats with hand weapons. Another 15 with hand weapons. 2 units of 3 Bull Centaur Renderers, which are basically like, they're basically chariots, an Iron Demon, and a Hell Cannon. So if someone takes a Hell Cannon, I think they automatically go in the fun category, but I mean, I think he's got some good units. Sorcerer Prophet is good. His infantry's pretty tough or cheap, and the Renders and the Iron Demon hit hard if they get charged. So yeah, it's a fun list, but it certainly has units to do well. Then, Wooter is playing Dark Elves. He's got a Death Hag, an Ogre Blade, and the Rune of Cain. I like that. He's got a Supreme Sorceress on the Black Dragon with the Pendant of Calith and a Lore Familiar, and 2 Focus Familiars on Battle Magic, and then another Supreme Sorceress on a Steed, with Demonology, Tomb of Furion, the Ruby Ring, and the Talisman of Protection. Yeah, interesting double caster. He has 7 Dark Riders with crossbows, spears, shields. He has 5 Dark Riders with Scout, crossbows, spears, and shields. Another 5 with the same, and then 13 Witch Elves, just with the Hag, no banner. 6 Cold One Knights with the banner of Harganeth to give them +1 AP, which applies to the Cold Ones too, which is really good. Another 5 Cold One Knights, and then 2 units of 5 Harpies. I love Harpies. Yeah, it's interesting. The Sorceress on Black Dragon, I would say, is one of the best casters on Dragon that you can get because of the Focus Familiars. The Pendant really is great at keeping her alive, and the Dragon's Breath is actually really good. I think it's Strength 4 and no armor saves. I think it's potentially the best breath weapon in the game. So yeah, I think it's a filthy list because I think he's got a plan. He's taken units that lean into that plan. Yeah, the Sorceress, I think, on Demonology, I think she can go into the Cold One Knights to buff them up with Demonology if that's what they want to do. So yeah, I think it's a filthy list. It is. Yeah, see how it goes. Dark Elves. And then we have the last list, High Elves. We have a Prince on Star Dragon, Dragon Helm, Talisman of Protection, Seed of Rebirth, Pure of Heart, with Lance, Full Plate Shield, and then an Archmage, level 4, Lore Familiar, Pure of Heart, Elementalism. Okay. In core, we have 15 Spearmen, another 15 Spearmen, another 15 Spearmen, 5 Illyrian Reavers, 6 Dragon Princes, full command, 2 units of 6 Swordmasters of Hoeth with a Blade Lord. I do really like MSU Swordmasters. 2 units of 6 White Lions with a champion, and then 2 Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. Other than the Dragon Princes are good. I think it's a fun list. It's got some cool units that you're not really seeing from High Elves in the MSU combat infantry units, who do hit hard if they get to charge. So it's a cool looking list. I think it's a fun one. And with that, I think that's everyone. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you're gonna be at the tournament, hopefully see you there, and if not, yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.